Since we are all here, we're all ready to go.
We are.
So in your last game, you all woke up after a night huddled together after the blizzard, meeting each other for the first time. Bit of talking going about. Dug your way out of your little hovel thing that you guys had made from the bubble. Finding that you all have a mark on you. A mark from Oral. Your new friend that you also met down there, Danica, offered to, if you all went back to Targus with her, she offered to do some research and find out what it is.
If she had a farm, would she call the farm animals her Danimals?
Oh
Oh,
my god, Danimals.
oh no.
But after doing research, she found that this is indeed a marking of a curse from Oral. She tells you right now that there doesn't seem to be any link to her or any way she is watching you, but she also doesn't know if this thing will evolve or grow as time proceeds. Giving you all a small mission to go find Chewingas, because she believes that these small little elemental spirits have some tie to the curse that is fallen over Icewind Dale. She gave you a lantern that can identify when you are near an elemental being, and with the task of going to different towns and seeing if you can find any, as well as going to towns and kind of working on your reputation, because if you indeed seek to end the curse, you are going to need the help from the 10 towns, or at least some of them. With that, you guys headed out, and on your way out, you found before you head out of Targos, a dog who recognized Marbles ran up, noticing that there was a broken harness on it. The dog led you to a house in Targos that Marbles is familiar with. That is where we will pick up.
And we also
The
got
house.
visited by the cultist-looking people.
Correct. The people that were looking for Tim.
Rotin.
Rotim.
Yeah. I like that I've started to keep notes just purely based off of in-character descriptions, like Loch Lamora, half-elf, vials on his person, canine, brooding parental backstory, good boss.
The house you guys are at, is that up here? Is that this one?
Yep.
But the dog runs at the door, scratches at the door. A human male answers the door and looks at the dog, happy at first, and then realizes what's going on, and then looks at all of you, specifically you, Marbles, with a panicked and worried look on his face. You know this person as Keegan Marbles. And Lockie would know this person as Keegan as well.
I am sorry to bother you at this hour, but this dog belongs to you.
Yes, that's it's my husband's dog. His name is Boy.
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 How did you find him?
You ran up to us.
Shouldn't your husband be back by now?
He should, yes. A few days ago, Garrett was hired by some adventurers to lead them up to the slopes of Kelvin's Kareen. Garrett's plan was to take them to Serkonig, the town at the foot of the Kareen. After they acquired some climbing gear and outfit there, he was going to lead them up the mountain. Took 6 dogs with him, Boy here, his favorite. Boy would never leave Garrett's side unless something terrible happened.
Mountain is dangerous. Why would they go there?
Garrett loves climbing. He loves the outdoors. He's experienced. He's done the climb before.
We should go help him. There's things in the mountain.
Please, I know it's a lot to ask, but if you could, go look for him and his companions. I don't have much money, but the proprietor at Luskin Arms is a friend of mine. I can get you some rooms there for free. I'm also a bit of a artist myself. I have a bit of artwork that I could probably sell. Not for much, but it's all I can offer to you.
We'll worry about that later. We'll see what we can do now. I'll look to the three of you, and well,
We know where Kelvin's cairn is.
Tim
Yes.
just says, "Why waste our time? They're probably dead already."
My detective's instincts are screaming. Perhaps foul play? And like Johnny like stretches his neck out towards Keegan. It's like, tell me, has there been any trouble romantically?
Before he answers you, he looks at you, Ro, and just... Why would you say that?
I mean, it's the truth. Why go up there?
I at least need to know.
And you hear squeaks under his hat. He's like, "Shut up, you."
And no, there has not been any trouble here.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Yes, he's sure. Garrett's nice.
Oh, well.
I fear an accident before anything else. To be honest, those
good
paths
with
are
the dogs.
treacherous.
He's good with the dogs. He's nice to me.
All
And
right.
he looks like
Go ahead.
you should go find him. And he looks over at Ro. We'll go find him.
And again, you hear squeaks under his hat. He's like, "Fine, fine. Stop talking."
All right, Keegan. You've got Marbles vouching for you. But we're still gonna need your alibi later. Kind of like puts like 2 feathers up to his eyeballs and then like back up to Keegan, then back to his eyeballs.
Whatever you need. Yes, whatever you need. If you need, I can help pay for the cart to get there faster. He took our cart and our dogs, so I don't have any extras for you. But
We will get that sorted. And I'll look at the other two. You two have just been conscripted as temporary nurses. Follow me. And I'll look to Marbles and I'll just start heading towards the sleds.
Yeah. Oliver does like a couple of little hand slice motions with his feathers. He's like, detective nurse. I like it.
Nurse detective, it carries better.
He looks up at the sky for a minute like he's in thought. And he's like, nurse detective.
And then Rose says, "There's no such thing. You made that up."
Or did you make up him making it up? Stretches his neck out. Opens up his book, writes, like, scratches off his title, and then rewrites Nurse Detective Big Pants.
To get to Kelvin's Kareen will take you guys about 15 hours on foot. You can cut that time in half with a dog sled. Unless you wanted to go to the town first and ask around, it's up to you. But either way, it will take you, with a dog sled, take you about 7 hours to get there.
I'll send Marbles off to get the sled ready, because we won't be, because if he's injured, we'll want the sled to get him back. And then I want to go back by the apothecary and pull the emergency bag.
Okay.
It's got extra like extra blankets, some tinctures of warmth. Just somebody has crashed in the cold, and we need to take care of them to get them back.
Absolutely. Yeah, easily done. It's just a quick jump over there to grab that. And Marbles, you are able to procure a sled and dogs. Enough for all of you.
Marbles will definitely be taking the lead on the sled, especially with navigation.
Absolutely.
So were we gonna go to Caer Konig and like scout around, or go straight to the mountain?
Here, Konig, I am Gil, a fool, because I have my notes split up between two different.
It is one of the world map.
It's one of the 10 towns.
I mean, I would love to go to another town for sure, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, so here's. Well,
So what? So where's the mountain that he's supposed to be that he's supposed to have been had an accident on? Oh, in Kelvin's Cairn.
Yeah, Kelvin's Cairn.
And we are
And
currently
then here's
in
the town.
Targos. Is that
Currently
right?
in Targos, over
Yeah,
by
you're in
Lake
Targos.
Mare Dualdon.
I mean, the town's right by where we have to be anyway.
And if we found him in the mountain, I would want to go to Caer Konig, because that's the closest location to be able to get him help.
Right, and also it's possible that someone nearby would know more information about what's going on in Kelvin's Cairn.
Yeah.
Like, oh, have there been any wolf attacks? William, would it be faster on the sled to travel along the path, or would it be faster with the sled to just cut a straight path through?
You can cut through. That way it'll be a little bit longer to go along the path, because you'll have to go through Bryn Shander and all the other places, but it's safer. Faster to just go straight line, but riskier.
Right. Well, Marbles, Keegan and Garrett are your friends that you vouch for, correct?
Yes, they're nice.
Well, if they're nice, then perhaps the straightest path is the fastest. We can cut across, save time, perhaps save Garrett. I just realized that whenever I'm talking, I'm like bobbing my head left to right like a bird, and I just realized that I'm. What do you think, Marbles? You are the musher.
Follow the road towards Tourmaline. Cut east before we get there. Skirt the Dwarven Valley, and we'll come right to Caer Dinaval. Then we can go north to Caer Konig.
Wonderful. Are we all in agreement? Lock?
And Ro and like
Rotate.
Ro says, through the wilderness, not on the road. That's sketchy.
That's an unfortunate color that it is white.
Nah, I see it.
I think you should be able to change the color on that somehow. Oh yeah, if you go to the gear and configure drawing, it should change your stroke color.
Where are you
Oh,
guys?
yeah,
finding
yeah.
this? Draw freehand. Yeah, lines.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Dibs on yellow. On yellow.
But yeah, if you're all good with that plan,
Yep.
you guys head straight out, heading towards Tourmaline. That does not take you long at all. You guys have made that track before. Did it not change the color?
Yeah, there must have been like an okay that I missed.
I'll
There
figure
is.
it out.
It's odd, but it's like configure something or others. Is what you're looking for?
Yeah.
When you do the change,
Yeah.
configure default. Yeah. Which
Oh.
is weird because that's not an OK button, but that
Right,
is. the
why not
OK
just
button.
say accept, okay? Save. There we go. How do I
But yeah,
do-
you get to Tourmaline in 4 hours or 2 hours with a dog sled. Easy road. You guys have done this before. And then immediately cutting over to Sarah Dinaval. Takes you a bit longer because it is across open field, and I need someone to roll a d20.
Got you.
Mm.
18.
Bullseye.
You guys
18.
travel.
The ancient red dragon.
You guys travel freely.
Is there to
No,
offer you a sacred pact?
Nothing impedes your travel. You get to the town. Do you guys go in this town? Or you just skirt it and head straight to Koenig.
What do you think? What do you think,
much-
Marbles?
How much food does everybody have?
I've got a good amount.
I've got 10 days worth.
I've got plenty of stew.
Oh
You mean dog food?
Laundry broth.
yeah. Fortifying.
If we've got food and we've got heat, I think it would be a good idea to stop by and to if there's a general store, which I'm sure there is, ask about conditions up on the mountain.
Oh, good play.
See if there's
Stop in.
any avalanches or anything recently, or if there's been any major changes. Because Marbles is not a mountain climber, so Kelvin's Cairn is not something he's been to very often.
Yeah.
So stopping in Nineveh or Koenig.
So
Koenig.
this is
Koenig is the closest.
Marble's idea, right? To do that.
Yeah.
All right. Ro is he raises an eyebrow and takes note.
Koenig was the one that Keegan told you that Garrett stopped in before heading to the mountain.
And then, if possible, I would like to bring Boy with us.
Oh yeah, he's with you.
Sticks his head out the sled.
Oh, you out the sled? What are you talking about?
Yeah. As if it were a window.
Yeah, no, he's on the harness. He's pulling.
Okay.
No free rides. No free rides.
Yeah, no.
no.
That dog gonna be working.
Oh my god, I immediately am imagining Ro out there on the harness, jogging alongside the dogs.
He wouldn't be jogging anyway.
You would if you were in that harness, because those dogs won't stop. It's either that or
So
He's
you guys
like,
going
he's like,
to
I'll just
Koenig
stay
then?
here at the town. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah.
Yep, straight to Koenig.
So you guys arrive in Koenig. I'll get that added to your journal since you guys have made it here.
Yeah. Looking at the journal.
And would we know what sacrifice they do in Caer Koenig for the cold demon?
Is it a sacrifice? Is it warmth?
They are sacrifice food.
Sacrifice food?
Yes.
Okay.
And food towns, you know that every time for the new moon, they set up food in a sacrificial pile and then leave it out for the night.
Okay. Better than the alternative.
Hey, depending on how you look at it, people are just food that isn't dead yet.
True. True.
But arriving in this town, it's a very small town. Furthest up north town you have. It's made up of mostly mountaineers and fishermen. Not the most welcoming town you come into. As you guys come into the town, you get a few looks, but no one really greeting you at all. As whoever's out just goes about their business. But coming in here, you have the Hook, Line, and Sinker, which is their inn, their bar, their tavern. Northern Lights is their inn. And they do have a general store here. But as you come to this town without greeting, or any kind of anyone coming to see you or anything, you guys have brought to this town.
I think we go straight to the general store, probably.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So you go to the. Go ahead.
Is it on the way?
Yeah, the Frozen Far Expeditions is up on the north end of town.
Okay. Alright, then, yeah, let's head to the general store then.
Coming into the Frozen Far Expeditions, you see a woman running the shop. As you come in, she greets you all. Oh, hello. Don't recognize your faces. Welcome to Frozen Far Expeditions. How can I help you?
Hi. Friend Garrett came with adventurers to climb Calvin's cairn. Did you see?
Yes, Garrett. He was here just they came by yesterday afternoon.
Something happened.
Oh. Are they okay?
We gotta go look. His dog came to camp, but not him.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Garrett is a good man. I like him. Always comes by before he heads up the mountain.
Has there been any avalanches? Cave-ins? Rock slides?
Marital strife.
None that I know of. No marital strife. Sorry, I'm not married. I don't
He wasn't talking about you.
Oh, with Garrett? No, I've only met his husband once. Delightful man.
And there haven't been any... And then, like, he walks up and whispers something in their ear. which I'm going to send you, William.
Yeah, she does she gives you kind of an inquisitive look, and well, I don't know if that has anything to do with Garrett, but there have been problems in the town of items being stolen.
What kind?
First were some goats, and then just some other people's odds and ends and provisions. I've had a few thieveries here of just certain winter provisions. Lastly was the magical lantern that hangs above the northern lights. It's what gives that
what
town
does it
its name.
do?
Wow, it's a pretty simple lantern, just kind of
It
shines a
detects
bunch of different...
elementals.
It just, it shines pretty lights, kind of a glow of a multicolored facet. It's kind of how it's got its name.
Hmm.
Do I get the feeling that
No.
they're talking about the same lantern, William?
No, it's not the same lantern.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Right.
But there have been thieves. No one has seen anything other than some dwarven footprints heading towards the mountain.
Would you say that they stole these items to stay in the wilderness, in the mountains for long periods of time?
It's possible. I don't know what the dwarves would need. They usually are pretty well stocked down there.
And Ro nudges Oliver.
Stolen goods, you say? Do we have any suspects?
Just some footprints heading north. Again, no one has seen anything. Almost as if they just...
Why don't you lead
Invisible
me
thief.
to these footprints? That I, Johnny Big Pants, greatest detective in the 10 towns, should observe.
What's your wisdom score,
Who, me?
Johnny Big Pants?
+3, actually. Remember, we all rolled out of our minds for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. What? And are you proficient in perception?
Yes, I am.
Okay. For the first time, like, Marbles looks slightly angry.
Did I get a feeling as to, like, when it was you started getting angry? Like,
After
what part
that-
of the conversation?
When he whispered that something to her and she started talking about dwarves, he looks slightly angry. Not like fuming mad, but irked.
Okay. Noted. Yes. Show me these footprints. You say you suspect dwarves. Is there a thriving dwarven community here in Koenig?
Yeah? No. I have myself have not seen the footprints, but, and she calls to the back to Jareth. Jareth, have some people out here asking about the thieves. And you just hear a gruff voice from the back, just, hold on. And out walks a short, stout dwarf. Yeah? What do you want to know?
Ah, Jareth. I'm told that there's some possible thieving, pilfering, pinching, stolen goods, and some suspicious footprints nearby. Would you happen to
Yeah.
know anything about this?
I know about it much as everyone else here knows. Almost seems invisible. Thieves come and take just random things. Don't understand what they're taking, but
Could you show us the footprints.
Maybe what's left of them. Sure, I don't know what the weather has done to them, but out this way. And he leads you outside.
And what kind of a dwarf is this, homie?
He's a shield dwarf.
Okay.
Leads you outside. He leads you a little further north, outside of town, not too far. And kind of goes looking around at him, and everyone make a either survival or perception check.
Said perception or survival?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a net 20 from somebody
Wow.
else.
Like, a 20! It wasn't me, though.
No, I rolled a 4.
You got too excited too quick.
I was just being excited for Forrest's nat 20.
Yeah.
That's a 27.
Yeah,
Icky
Forrest, everyone else is having a bit of a hard time seeing them, but you spot them immediately. You spot now about a day's old footprints in the ground. Hard to tell what they exactly are because weather and stuff, the snow has covered most of them, but you do see indentions of footprints heading north towards the mountain.
Jareth, these ones right here.
Yeah, well, that'd be those.
Question for you. There was some allegations about if they were dwarven footprints or not. Would you be able to lend your credentials to this? Are the
puts
footprints too long, too wide, too narrow, too shallow?
He puts a foot next to one of them, and it's roughly the same size and shape.
Yeah, Oliver's head just like hits the ground and is like getting like the close-up inspection.
Yeah, it's not the exact same footprint, but it's roughly the same size and shape of a dwarven footprint. Kind of wide and, just very wide and stout-looking, meaty footprint.
Jareth, you're a god's damned genius.
No one's ever called me that before.
Well, it takes a nurse detective's mind. It like pauses, like, wait, nurse detectives?
You hear Ro in the back. That's not a thing.
You don't know that. Yeah. Well, what else does Marble see though? As the one who's like actively and actually sees the fucking footprints.
You notice that this one is only one set of footprints. And with that survival skill being a crit, I'll say that you can discern that this was a scout.
Marbles will whisper the same question of the interior lady to this guy.
I've heard rumors of them living in the mountains. Don't know where.
Who?
He looks to you, Marbles, not wanting, because you whispered it. And he's like, do you want to say?
The evil ones.
Who's that? We have a right to know.
The
Yeah.
bad dwarves.
Talking about Duragar.
Oh.
Kin to me, more underground. Dark skin.
Assholes.
Yes. Yes, they are. Why do you hate them?
And Marbles looks, at this point, everybody can see, visibly agitated and angry. They're mean. They hurt people.
And you hear a lot of squeaking under Ro's hat. And he says, "Shush. I hear you. Let him talk."
It's a long story. They're mean and they hurt people. That's all you need to know.
I mean, now I don't know if your missing friend has anything to do with this, if the two are connected or not, but I mean, if you're ready and if you're willing, I'm sure the what is his name? I'm sure Torvus, Speaker Torvus, would be willing to reward you if you bring back the stolen goods and put it into these thieveries.
Well, I don't speak for the rest of us, but a mystery to be solved, a town to be rescued. Big Pants would be on the case. What about the rest of you? Locke, Marbles, Rotem. Rotem's hat.
It's Bucket.
Bucket. Is that the name or the clothing?
My hat has not a name.
But it squeaks. I hear it. This is
Hey,
like
hey.
wide eyes.
And he lifts up his hat, and you see the mouse.
the feathers ruffle.
Are we buying something or what?
No, we're not buying anything.
How much for healing potions?
No, we're following the footprints to the mean dwarves who clearly are involved.
You will need a potion. Both of you. I'm buying. Because Bucket says so.
So its name is Bucket.
I just said that.
You said the opposite. That it didn't have a name.
I'm talking about the mouse, not my hat.
I mean, if you want some healing potions, I'm sure, Athena's back at the shop might have some.
Aren't you a general store?
Oh, no. Athena's runs the shop. I just, I help her out from time to time. I'm more of a...
Ro has already
staff.
walked off. He's like walking back to the store.
Yeah, it's not a far walk, and you get back to the store. Oh, was he able to help you out?
2 healing potions, please.
2. All right. Sure. I think I might have some here.
Make it
and she's-
3.
Oh, 3. Sure. Roll a d4.
Make it
How many
4.
she's got?
Because like
He only has
Pants-
one.
Yeah, well, I mean, Big Pants is just following. I mean, like, well, they're doing it now. I've got to.
Oh, I don't know why I did 2.
That's fine. She's like, yeah, no, I've got 4 of them.
How much for 3?
Trying to find my old item chart with prices.
50 gold.
50 gold apiece.
Oof. Lesser.
I don't want to pay that.
She looks at you. She looks at you for a minute. Look, I can help. I can help you out. You're helping out a friend of mine. You're helping out a friend of mine to go help. So, what do you say to 30 gold apiece? I still have an event. I still have a business to run. I still need to make money. But
Fine.
you are helping out a friend.
And he takes the 3 and gives up all his gold because he like that gold he got from the like when he rolled really high, that takes
Yeah.
all of it. He takes the gold, he hands it to her, takes the potions, and he hands it to each one of them. And he says, "You will need this."
Hopefully not, but one cannot be too careful.
William,
And I'm adding a healing potion to your guys' sheets.
Oh, you have to add it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't have to. I'm just adding.
No,
it.
I mean, like, if you...
I had it up.
Okay, dope.
But if you want to add stuff, you can just go to the compendium. It's like the one next to the gear up at the upper right, and go to items, and there's items SRD, and you can just go in there and search, and you should just be able to drag and drop it on your sheet.
Oh, okay.
Blazing.
Well, in that case, I'll just grab this
+5.
manual of bodily health and just toss it on.
Oathbreaker. the hidden weapon.
About
And
that
that-
ancient white dragon you were going to run into?
No
Let's go.
problem. Ring of 3 wishes.
As they're walking away after he gives them the potions, he's grumbling to Bucket, and he's like, "It's your fault that we're broke now."
Also, Venus, you said your name was.
Venus, yes.
Before we head off into these dangerous wilderness to find the thieves and rescue the people, have you any fish?
Don't really carry fish around here. More just an adventuring supply outfitter. I have some rations if you need them. Fish, you probably have to go to the Northern Light for, or maybe go chat up one of the fishermen coming in.
He turns away in disgust and walks away. He turns away, but his head like stays on, so his head just rotates. His body rotates 180 degrees, and he squints at her the entire time that he's walking out of the shop.
She just kind of chuckles and shakes her head at you as you walk out.
I love the thought of an owl just doing that, like, out of pure revulsion.
But if you guys are ready, unless there's anywhere else you wanted to go within town.
Nope.
I got nothing. I'll just kind of keep my head on a swivel. See if I notice anything interesting.
All right. Heading north, northwest outside of town towards Calvin's Cairn. You guys start getting to the mountain pretty quickly. It's not a long journey, especially with a dog sled. With that, I'll keep that survival check, and you're able to follow those tracks. And they lead more towards, like, this end. Why does it not let me ping? Well, it's towards this area here, is where those tracks are heading. However, when you get closer to the mountainside, you do see other sets of relatively fresh footprints that are looking like it looks like a dog sled heading up towards the mountain.
What do you think, Marbles?
Help Garrett first, then we'll come back.
Do you not think this might be Garrett?
No, Garrett wanted to climb up. This is too far west. Unless I'm understanding this incorrectly, in which case...
The dwarven footprints are kind of not going up the mountain, they're kind of skirting around the mountain and going towards the dwarven valley.
Yeah.
The dog sled is heading towards the mountain.
Yeah. And I think we should go for Garrett first in case, like Conrad was saying, injured and, like, freezing to death. You know, I think we should go for Garrett first, follow the tracks of where we know he was going.
Agreed. I'll scout ahead. And I will take to the air so that I have an opportunity to use my fly button, which does not seem to do anything.
Well, not with it. It's just a token thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'll take to the air and like start to get a little bit of an advanced scout,
Okay.
just so I can see if I have a little bit better visual from the sky as to where he may or may not be. Assuming that the
You.
dunes and little snow mounds that he might be like passed out behind.
So here is the mountain. You guys towards the south, towards the southeast there, that little pathway going up. And you take to the skies and you kind of just follow this path where you can now that's pointed out, you can see the tracks. And you see them coming up this way. And up here is when you start to kind of lose sight of them from just shifting of the snow and everything running down the hill. You start to lose sight of them about there. I should note that you do see here, you do see a parked dog sled and 5 dogs tied up, kind of huddled together on this cart. And it looks like they parked the cart there and were climbing on foot up the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Too steep for the dog cart.
Yeah, Oliver will take several like sharp circles in the air above the dog cart, indicating to the rest of the party that he's found something. I like to like
I will head,
lead them.
yeah. I'll head that way then.
You guys get there on your dog sled, no problem, and it starts to get too steep to take the dogs, but you do come up to the 5 dogs here. They are scared and cold. As they're looking at you, they're kind of huddled together and looking at you, all of them shaking and obviously scared because they've been stuck here.
Yeah.
Ro pulls out some of his stew and like puts it in bowls and like gives it to the dogs.
They all happily start eating it up.
Yeah, Marbles wants to give him like a medicinal like health checkup to make sure they're not anything other than just cold and tired.
Okay. Yeah, they look completely fine health.
Okay.
Other than just being, cold and tired and hungry. But hunger is going.
Ro looks at Marbles and says, "Little big kobold, you surprise me. I'm intrigued."
About what?
You're very, very smart. You know medicine?
I know
Wisdom?
ouchies.
There's more to you. I know it. Maybe you don't, but I see it.
Once again, he grabs his little pouch and just kind of like squints at you, Ro.
Distrust.
Just a normal kobold.
And Ro like squints and looks at him. Yes, normal kobold. And he walks off.
He kind of like turns his back to the party, and Oliver, because you're still flying, like you can just like look down, but like he legitimately like is checking to make sure something is still in his pouch before he turns back around. We should keep going.
Like Oliver lands next to you, just as you're looking up from the pouch and like securing it. Just- Did you lose something?
No.
No.
Nope. I've lost nothing.
All right. I believe you. Anyways, what did we find here?
The rest of Garrett's dogs. We should continue on up.
No notes. Dwarven footprints. Murder weapon. Love letter.
Why are you so interested in his marriage?
Just my detective's intuition. One partner goes missing, other partner's concerned.
If
Damn.
you're lonely, Ro could be your partner.
Buckets are
With that, Marbles just walks away.
buckets, not big pants type. Bucketless, solo operative. Anyways, friends, let's go. Like takes back to the air. Like,
Having
he's
a
like
bit of an-
talking to himself, like as he's in the air. He's like,
All right, you're doing good, Oliver. They think that you're an incredible detective, and you are. Of course you are.
Oliver, having a bit of an easier time than them. They are a bit slower than you because they're trying to climb up this steep mountain. You're able to get ahead of them.
yeah. I'm mainly just keeping an eye out, making sure that no one is approaching us, so that my companions are safe, while also occasionally taking small forays ahead to make sure we're not wandering into like a booby trap, an ambush, or even like unsafe terrain.
Yeah, absolutely.
More unsafe terrain, I should say.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, for sure.
You're in the air. I'll give you advantage.
Hooray.
Nice.
23
Don't
for
even
the...
need it.
Oh, okay.
Don't even need it. You get to here where the drawing ended, and you spot hidden under kind of this alcove where a rock kind of hangs out. First thing you notice is red stains nearby this on the snow here, and underneath you see just a kind of a boot kind of sticking out from underneath this rock.
Okay. First order of business, I start circling. Let the party know.
Yep.
Second order of business, I now become hyper aware. I'm looking for nearby crevices and corners, hitting little nooks where someone may be attempting to use this as an ambush point. And shy of that, as soon as I feel that the party has sufficiently taken note, I will start gliding down closer to the body, but not quite landing.
Okay. As far as like points of ambush and points they could see you, I mean, this is a mountaintop. They're everywhere. Like, there could be one of 100 places that something can pop out up here.
Right, and that's kind of what I'm trying to keep an eye out for. Do I see blood leading anywhere, or is it isolated in that spot?
It looks like it's coming down from further up the mountain, and then kind of stopped and pulled there, and then goes underneath the ridge where you see that boot. So whoever's under there, you haven't seen them yet, as either injured or dead. You could tell they're bleeding. They're definitely injured.
Probably safe to assume dead at this point. I'm gonna fly up a little bit ahead towards where you said that like the blood was potentially coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And see if I can't find any nearby encampments. Like I'm talking like maybe like a 60-second flight from here at best.
You don't see any encampments, but you do see like the trail of blood kind of trails off as it goes up. You see tracks heading further up the mountain, that go up the mountain, and then you see some coming back down, and that's where the blood start. The blood trail kind of goes and leads you to that foot.
Okay. I'll head back to the park.
Okay. You all head up to where Oliver was at.
To the boot.
You all see the same sight as there is bloodstains on the ground, and you just see that boot hanging out there, kind of tucked back in this crevice.
At this point, Ro is going to. He looks around and he sees like all the positions above them, and he is going to use shape water, and he's going to build like a dome around where they're investigating.
Okay. Yeah. Over like where the boot's at, or just where they're at, like kind
Yeah,
of over.
yeah,
Okay.
yep. Where they come up to the boot, he wants to like build a dome around them, or at least some kind of protections in case something was like going to attack them from above.
Yeah, with shape water, you can't really do much of that, but you can at least like get the snow falling and stuff, kind of just around you, kind of like an umbrella.
Yep, that's fine.
But gonna move you on. Yeah, you guys see that there. What you doing?
My map hasn't changed.
Oh, I haven't moved it yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So once we get there, is there anything attached to the foot, or is it just like a boot?
It's a foot. I mean, you see pant leg and everything there. That's kind of sitting upright, but currently not moving.
Barbles will go take a closer look.
You come up to it, and now I'll move you. And bloodied and not sure current health state, you see your friend Garrett. The leg that's sticking out is wrapped up in a makeshift splint, and that's where it looks like a lot of the blood is coming from, as well as like a good gash on his shoulder. But he is sitting there laying there, not sure of his current state, but he is not reacting to you.
I will immediately go to make a medicine check no. What the fuck am I doing? I will immediately cast Spare the Dying.
Okay.
Just as a precaution, and then I'm going to make a medicine check to see where we're sitting.
Okay, yeah. Roll that medicine check.
Nice.
Perfect. He is
we
alive.
go.
He is alive. He is currently unconscious. But he's still alive.
Yeah. I exhale because Spare the Dying will stop him from sliding further. And then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Alrighty.
Now,
You could target him.
I know I'm have to adjust my.
If you hold down Alt and click him, that should target him.
Hey, stop chewing on my damn cord.
Oh, kitten problems.
Don't listen
No.
to him, Strahd. Chew on that cord.
Yes, it was Strahd.
Oh, no.
Knew it.
And second of all, how dare you?
Yeah, you do that, and you see the gash on his shoulder and stuff start to close up, and other wounds start to close as he just lets out. He lets in a huge just. Oh. Looks to you first, Marbles. Marbles?
Hey, bud.
Hey. Locke? Oh my god. Oh, it is good to see you two.
There's a nasty fall you've had.
Yeah. I thought I was dead.
Can you tell us what happened? Like, I am perched, like, above everyone on the nearby rock.
Startled a bit as you say that. He sees her like, oh, hi.
Big Pants. Johnny Big Pants.
Ro just says,
Yeah.
"Why do you keep talking about your pants?"
Why do you keep talking about your bucket? This head just, like, turns upside down.
Because my bucket is a mouse. Your
My-
pants are nothing. They're just pants.
My
And
pants
they're
are a
still
name, a
they're-
glorious noun.
they're still tiny. They're not big.
It's what they represent. The
Guys!
We're speaking
Guys!
to... We're...
Shh!
Yes.
Guys! Focus!
Oh, sorry.
Apologies.
Interesting friends you made, Marbles. Yeah. Well, I was hired to bring some adventurers here.
What's happened to them?
I don't know. We were attacked by a Yeti further up the mountains. I tried to lure the Yeti away as they climbed down the mountain. But I took a nasty fall and slipped, and, well, here you found me.
As he's mentioning the Yeti, I immediately turn to turn and give two snaps to Oliver and give him the eyes.
Yep.
And to point at his pointed eyes.
Yeah, he nods knowingly, wings out, and up into the air.
Now you can use your fly button. You target yourself and hit it. Not target yourself, just select yourself and hit it. It just adds a little shadow under you.
Oh, it sure does. That's actually pretty dope.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, check that out.
And if you right-click yourself and you see that 0 up at the top or upper left,
Yeah.
you can change your foot, like how many feet
My
up in the air
altitude?
you are. Your altitude.
Yeah, that's dope as shit. Holy crap.
And that should give you a better view of everything.
What are all these, though?
So, like, if you change it to, let's say, 25 feet, you should be able to see more of the mountain now.
Neat.
But back to Garrett. He's looking at you. He's like, "Oh, yeah, no, I slipped, fell here. I don't know about my other party. I saw Mokingo, Goliath Man. I saw him go down by the Yeti. Frilu, the halfling. I don't know. I lost track of her. And Asterix. I warned her not to go further up the mountain, but I think in panic she did. Don't know where she went either.
I'll look to Marbles. Do you think it's worth it? We have to find them, don't we? Or at least assess.
Well, we can't let Garrett go look for him.
No.
And he would.
He's like, it's right, I would. But he points to his leg. I don't think I'm going to be much help.
Well, let's get them back to the sled, and then we can push further.
Knowing how big Yetis are, and how little in comparison Marbles is, he is terrified of big ol' Yetis. He is looking around all over the place, and I think that's why he can't see shit, because he is not focused. But yeah, he is not happy about the idea that there's a Yeti about.
At this point, everyone make perception checks. Oliver, you're in the air. You get advantage.
Nope. Sure.
Wolf.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
Oh my god.
But
Oh my god. Look, yes.
you hear this first before you spot it. You hear above you, from one of these cliffs above you, a bit of movement as some rock comes sliding and tumbling down from above you, and you look above and you see this large cat now looking down at all of you, looking towards Garrett.
I see no such cat.
I'd have to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of just perching down over there,
Oh,
trying to
what?
be sneaky as he is looking down at you. And looking down at you, looks at Garrett, licks its chops a bit, and I need you all to roll initiative.
Right, so as we're all rolling initiative and everyone's just like, shit! Oliver swoops down. It's just like, everyone, there's a big cat! Just like, way fucking too little too late.